the Unity Band. Good morning, everyone. Please rise as you're able and join us in our opening praise songs. Starting with you.
You get to welcome each other with a hug, handshake, high five, whatever feels right. Just go for it.
Valentine's Day, y'all. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around.
Oh, let me know that love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around.
Sing, oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall.
Let me learn from all the ways I fall.
Oh, let me know that love can heal us all.
Let me know that love can heal us all.
Sing, oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing.
Let me share the good that's overflowing.
Oh, let me care for those around the world.
Let me care for those around the world.
Sing, oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Sing, oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Sing, oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Sing, oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Sing, oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cindy Wigglesworth, and I'm really looking forward to being with you to talk about what the blank is going on in the world right now. This is a 2-Sunday event, February 8th and February 15th. In week 1, February 8th at 12:30 in the Pyramid, we'll be talking about the bigger picture of American history and the cycles it's going through, and human evolution and the cycle that is apparently going through. In week 2, we'll be looking more deeply at how we need to develop our own interior complexity and how we can hold hope and take constructive action in this time. I really hope you'll join me. It's meant a lot to me to create these sessions, and I'll look forward to being with you. Thank you so much.
I'm Esther Nicholson, CEO and founder of Soul Recovery, a program that provides a clear and comprehensive roadmap for individuals, groups, communities, and organizations to reconnect with their authentic self. There are so many of you who might be feeling so emotionally overwhelmed, hurt, confused, and maybe even experiencing feelings of hopelessness. Perhaps you're trapped in the same emotional and behavioral patterns that seem impossible to break. And maybe you're blaming yourself and asking, what's wrong with me? Why do I keep repeating the same patterns, replaying the same negative loops, or feeling so anxious, unsafe, and afraid all the time? If so, I want to invite you to my workshop, The Healing Code of Forgiveness, Freedom from Shame and Trauma.
If you've never heard Esther in person, you are really in for a treat. The workshop is for everyone, and we all carry childhood trauma, and whether we know it or not. And the work of releasing it is the work of freedom, and we all can use greater freedom in our lives. That'll be after service next week, but she's going to do some other things with us I want to let you know about. Next Sunday is the culmination of our Black History Month celebration. In the last 15 years or so, this has become our second highest attended Sunday of the year after Easter. So make sure you're here. You don't want to miss it. Esther will be speaking as well as doing guest music next Sunday in the service, in addition to her workshop. Saturday afternoon, Esther will be doing a workshop for our Black Women's Circle. And both of her workshops are suggested love offering. The reason we do that is we don't want the price to be a barrier to anyone who needs this work or wants this work. So we encourage everyone to come, and don't let the suggestion be a barrier to you being there. Give nothing, give what you can. And if you're able to give more, that's beautiful too. So the Black Women's Workshop is Saturday afternoon. The Sunday workshop for all of us is after church next Sunday. During the service, our Unity Choir, under the direction of Tony Glover, will perform. Our theme is lifting our voices in song. We welcome back the Philip Hall singers who joined our choir last year. Tremendous, beautiful voices. And then we also have our friend and guest conductor, Stephanie Bland, will be back with us next Sunday. In addition to Esther doing music in the service, it is a extravaganza. You don't want to miss it. And it is the 100th anniversary of Black History Month this month, so we really want to be here for that. Now I'd like to welcome Carol Money to the stage. She's going to talk to us about serving in youth and family ministry. Come on, Carol, let's give her some love.
Thanks, Reverend Michael. I'm so happy to be here today to talk about our youth and family ministry. So I teach the 3- and 4-year-olds, and I absolutely love this group. They're just coming out of the nursery, and their personalities are starting to develop. And I love it when they look up at me with those big, bright eyes and say, Miss Carol, can you help me? And it's like, oh, yes, I'll do anything for you. So, and what I really want to create in a classroom is a place where the kids can come and have fun, and they want to come back to church. And while we're having fun, we start introducing the unity principles, that God is love, God lives within them, and that life is meant to be good. So as the children grow and they move into the older classrooms, the focus shifts a little bit. So we still have fun and we teach unity principles, but there's also a strong focus on creating a warm, safe space where the kids can express themselves freely without fear or judgment. So our kids are so busy these days. They're in school 5 days a week. They come home and do homework. On the weekends, they have sports and chores, and their lives are packed. So this is 1 hour a week where they can come and feel safe and nurtured and talk about what's going on in their lives and what they're feeling in a loving and non-judgmental environment. So we empower them to navigate life's challenges using unity principles. And I'm not just saying these words. This is the mission statement of the Youth and Family Ministry. So I want to read it to you. We create an engaging, affirming, and loving environment that empowers our children, your children, to grow spiritually and express their divine nature. So as teachers, we affirm this together every Sunday in our prayer circle before we enter the classrooms. So right now, we're looking for assistant teachers to help us hold that space. And I know many of you don't want to miss this service, when you don't have to. The service, it is recorded, and you can watch it later online. But that special moment in the classroom, when a child looks up and says, can you help me? That's not recorded. That cannot be recreated. You have to be there. So if you feel a nudge in your heart, I invite you to consider joining us. So please see me in the lobby after the service, and I'll answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you. I told her she's going to win the world's record for the most cameo announcements because she's so engaging, right? You just want to do whatever she asks you to do. So, but some of you do need to stay in the service. I'm just going to say that. What else is happening? Oh, we had a wonderful event yesterday here. We did free weddings at Unity. We had a couple of dozen couples just really showing the diversity of our city, and they were all so appreciative of us having this event. I got to sing love songs from the 70s for all the weddings. It was really lovely. And especially, it was just lovely. Thank you, everyone who was a part of it. All of our volunteers. Carol was one of the volunteers. And our ministers and licensed teachers who performed the ceremony. It was really a lovely event. So just grateful that the reason we themed it, free weddings at Unity on Valentine's Day, because we believe in love. It was great. Let's see. Welcome visitors. I'll do that. If you're new here, thank you for joining us today in the sanctuary. I know some of you have been watching online, and maybe this is the first time to come in person, so thank you. We have a gift for you. Out in the lobby, you'll see some... What? Oh, I forgot. We have something else going on this week. I completely missed it. Back up, Lou. We're doing Ash Wednesday, a metaphysical Ash Wednesday this Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. This is part of our ongoing series of Midweek at Unity. I'll be doing music for that. Mary Schaefer will be bringing some of the beauty and the magic around that, the wonder and the awe. And, of course, Reverend Shirley is in charge. We just do whatever she tells us to do. But it will be a wonderful, very different from what you might have experienced in the liturgical traditions growing up, but still deeply meaningful and a beautiful way to mark a metaphysical Lent, the beginning of that. All right, now can I go back to visitors, go out to the table? The welcome table has a gift for you. There's a team there that are answering your questions. If you're here online for the first time, you haven't yet filled out our online connection card, we ask you to do so. Just lets us know who you are, how you found out about us, and whether or not you would like to be a part of our email list. So we always like to say, wherever you are on your spiritual path, you are welcome here at Unity. Thank you for being with us. At this time, I'd like to do something special. I'd like to invite the Unity and the Community Leadership Team to join me on stage. Please welcome them. This is one of the most dynamic and committed volunteer groups that I've ever experienced in any church anywhere in my life, and we are so blessed to have them. I want to talk for a moment about our partnership that we had with the Houston Food Bank. It began in 2014. In the beginning, we offered some sporadic mobile food fairs here on campus, and then we took groups out to the food bank each year to do some work out there. In 2019, we felt a call to step up our work in feeding the hungry of Houston, and so we began scheduling regular mobile food fairs on our campus. We offered area residents a bi-monthly opportunity to get food with no requirements or qualifications. During COVID, we went to weekly distributions and provided food to over 2,000 households every week. Initially, this was pre-brought staples, dairy, and frozen items, but with our committed volunteers, our experience of the food fairs and fresh produce, we were the first partner in the city to do both COVID relief boxes and fresh produce on the same day and time. It was amazing. And then after COVID, we resumed our twice-a-month food fairs through the first half of 2025. What we'd like to do right now is just honor anyone who has ever been a part of our mobile food fairs here at Unity of Houston. Would you stand right now so we can just say thank you for being a part of it? Thank you so much. This group focuses on three areas of bringing our Unity teachings and principles out into tangible ways in the world: hunger, homelessness, and children. And after something happened in 2024 that we want to let you know about why we're not doing those food fairs the way we were before. The Houston Food Bank recognized the need for families to serve and to have a food home, much like you have a regular grocery store. And so they were asking if we could increase the number of times that we were doing it and change the times, and we just knew it was beyond our capacity to staff. So we decided that it was really not ours to do any longer, and they wouldn't keep doing it with us the way we wanted to before. They also wanted to have a place that had a food pantry with cold storage, and we were not able to provide those things. So your UIC leadership team had a lot of conversations and prayed over this, and then in the end we decided that we could not step into what the food bank needed us to continue that way. So we have been looking at ways that we can continue to serve the hungry in Houston, and so we look for new opportunities, and we're happy to say that we are joining forces with West Houston Area Ministries. This is the food hub for the assistance ministries serving Houston's area. We will be volunteering with their mobile distributions, much like what we did here in our own parking lot, but at their location. In addition to the food program, WHAM offers rent and utility assistance, a first-line defense in preventing homelessness, as well as ESL, English as a second language, employment training, and other support services. Additionally, we're adding our hands to an annual food packing program called Feed My Starving Children, which serves hungry children around the world. If you would like to know more about how you can be a part of feeding the hungry in Houston and around the world, please stop at the table. This lovely group of people will be there to answer any questions you have and to just welcome you into this sacred service that we do. Thank you, UIC leadership team. Thank you. So now we'll begin to make our turn towards meditation, and Ken has a beautiful song to help us turn within.
Free of all limit, safe and healed and whole. Spirit am I, free to forgive and free to love the world. Spirit am I, Spirit am I, free of all limit, safe and healed and whole. Spirit am I, free to forgive and free to love the world. Spirit am I, Spirit am I, Spirit am I.
So I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze, whichever is more comfortable. Just take a moment to adjust the way you're sitting so that you feel supported, but with enough alertness to have just a sense of gentle, focused awareness. That's what we want to have in meditation. And let's begin with mindful breathing, releasing the breath that we're holding in our bodies first, all the way out, and pause, and then breathe in deeply and fully, all the way, filling the bottom of the lungs, feeling the abdomen expand, pause, and breathe out. So let's do that mindful breath and pause for 4 or 5 cycles. Remaining aware of the breath. And when the mind goes somewhere else, we just come back and see where you are in the breath cycle. Breathing out and pausing. Breathing in and pausing. Something that I can sense that happens in the room here at Unity of Houston when we're all in this practice of mindful breath. Something in me expands and relaxes. So many of us carry unconscious burdens all the time. And meditation is an opportunity to lay everything down. Be here now. And this very simple practice actually opens a door for us to touch the essence of who and what we are. Our essential self has never known birth or death, has never known harm of any kind, has never caused harm. We are expressions of the light, the love, the power, the beauty, the peace of God. That's what we are. Jesus reminded of that when he said, "Don't you know you are the light of the world?" And he taught his disciples over and over again that the kingdom of heaven is within. Within each of us resides a spark of the infinite one. And nothing can separate us from God. Each of us, for all eternity, a unique, irreplaceable, unrepeatable expression of God's glory and love. This is what we are. Spirit am I. And so in this meditation, let us drop beneath all of the surface identities and the family history and the world's trauma and simply trust that beneath all of that there is the light of God resident within us. This is who and what we are. So for the rest of this meditation, what I would like to do is bring forth the 7 qualities of the divine that Thomas Troward wrote about. And with each one, inviting us to take part in that quality, that it is not just something that happens to us, but it is what we are. So breathing deeply, I invite you to take these words as truth for you. God is light. I am light. God is life. I am life. God is love. I am love. God is power. I am power. God is peace. I am peace. God is beauty. I am beauty. God is joy. I am joy. So we affirm this truth for ourselves, and we commit to seeing it in our own being, and we commit to seeing it in each other, looking beneath the surface to the deep truth of the presence of God, alive, expressing, living fully as everyone we meet, including ourselves. We are grateful, and so it is. Amen.
Deep river, my home is over Jordan. Deep river, Lord, I want to cross over into campground. to cross over into campground. I wanna go.
Thank you, Ken and Gary. The spiritual is a treasure of the musical world. These songs were written usually by enslaved people. And it's been 100 years or more that people have reclaimed these as being a legitimate art form and bringing them into such beautiful presentation. You know, it is spiritual art. And thank you, Ken, for bringing it to us today. I have a talk to give you. I have a lot of material here. I want to talk about Ralph Waldo Emerson. I want to talk about conformity and individuality. I want to talk about my Aunt Margaret's fried potatoes. I want to talk to you about Jesus and embracing the outcast and the Buddhist monk's peace walk. We'll see how far I get, okay? But first, a new study has been done on happiness of men. This is real. This is not part of the joke. And they have done a lot of research, just sociological research, and that the happiest men in America are on average 25 pounds overweight. I'm just going to leave that there. Why is everyone so against sugar? Who was there for you when things went wrong and you were sad? It certainly wasn't salad. I want to start today with, that has nothing to do with the talk, so that was just a little bonus. A little reading from Cindy Wigglesworth, who is teaching part 2 of her workshop today in the Pyramid on what the blank is going on. And I love that she's going to be offering us hope and positive constructive action that we can take to be a part of the healing. That's what I want to talk about today, too. This is from her book. This is on skill 6 of the 21 skills of spiritual intelligence that Cindy's book is about. So let me get to it. Here we go. Albert Einstein wrote in a letter to a grieving friend, "A human being is a part of a whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings, as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. The striving to free oneself from this delusion is the one issue of true religion." What Einstein states so beautifully is a truth that more and more of humanity is waking up to. The fact that we are not isolated islands, but rather we are threads in a vast web of interconnectedness. Martin Luther King Jr. described it as being caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied together in a single garment of destiny. My title today is The Gifts of Diversity. And I know even diversity has become a buzzword of like political division nowadays. I'm going to just set all that aside. My experience of celebrating the diverse ways that humans shown up has been nothing but healing and a joyful expression of God's love for me. So that's where I'm going with it. That this is not about which party you vote for. This is not about any ideology. This is about the truth. You can look around in this room and see. And just do that. Take a moment and look around and see the diversity. The difference in our ages, the color of our skin, our hair, our weight. Don't linger on that one. Happy men, remember that, happy men, 25 pounds. But it's a beautiful thing that we're not all the same, isn't it? It's a strength for us as a community. I love it. You know, Dr. King also said that the most segregated hour in America is at 11 a.m. on Sunday. And that is still the truth. And I can't tell you how grateful I am that it's not true at Unity of Houston. I'm so grateful for that. Diversity is our strength. It truly is. Some of our African-American friends here have told me that some of their friends are like, "Why do you go to that white church?" And they say, "It's not a white church. It's not a black church. It's not a gay church. It's not a straight church. This is a spiritual community where we celebrate that we're different, all of us individual." And our tradition, the New Thought movement, has not always been great at this. I'll just say that. And I'm sorry to say that Unity and the Centers for Spiritual Living were really on the sidelines during the civil rights movement and other social justice movements. And here's why. We have a strong belief in the individual, that we know that each of us is a unique expression of God, and we are here to bring a gift that can come no other way. We know this deeply. We are all different and unique from each other, and yet we are also all one. See, we go from everybody's different to we're all the same, and we love those two truths. But there's this place in the middle. Sociological diversity, where maybe people from African descent have had a different experience in this country than others. Well, no, we're all the same, right? Or no, we're all individual. No. That LGBTQ people have had a different experience of this society. And it's only been in the last 20 years or so that I think our teaching has matured enough to recognize this is important too. That we talk about how this shaping of culture and these long-held false beliefs that look like bigotry and racism, that we actually bring it forth, because you know what? You can't heal it if you can't feel it. If you can't bring it forth to talk about. You know, Brené Brown says that shame loses its power when we tell our story. And that's why we have begun here, I think it's probably about 15 years ago, we did our first Black History Month here at Unity of Houston. And I remember at the end of that service, one of our longtime 30-year members, an African-American woman, she came up to me with tears streaming down her face. And she said, "I love this church, Michael, but I've never felt as seen today as I have been today." So there's something powerful in marking the diversity that we love and we celebrate. So we do Black History Month, we do LGBTQ Pride, we do Hispanic Heritage Month. What else do? We do generation services where we celebrate the diversity that we have there. We'd love to have Asian Pacific Islander, diversity celebration. If any of you are out there and would like to come talk to me. Last year, Seema Dawson asked if we could celebrate Diwali, which is an Indian celebration. Wasn't that beautiful? We did that. There was an old fear in New Thought churches that if we start talking about groups, it's going to divide us. And there's a little interesting thing here about diversity division. And I can see why people would think that. But my experience is the opposite. Let's talk about othering. And we're going to start with Aunt Margaret's fried potatoes. I was about 4 or 5, I guess, that I remember that I have a memory of being in their house. Now, Aunt Margaret was my dad's younger sister. They lived a half a block from us. I was down at that house all the time. I have a cousin exactly 3 months younger than me, Johnny, and his sister Lori's 2 years older. They were my closest friends, my closest people outside of my little, family of origin, my little nuclear family. I was there all the time. I loved them. But I don't remember eating a lot of meals there. But one night, Aunt Margaret made dinner, and we sat down. Now, in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the primary starch is not rice, and it's not, it's just fried potatoes. Do you know what those are? Now, it's different from French fries. Here's what you start with: some bacon grease or Crisco in the pan, about this much, in a cast iron, good seasoned cast iron skillet, and you just slice the potatoes with your hand, from the paring knife into there, and sometimes you put some onions in there too. That's really nice. And you let them sit over a medium heat until they get brown on the bottom, and you take a big heavy spatula and you turn them over and you let it happen again. It's delicious. I don't know how healthy it is. And I would tell you, we didn't have a lot of spice in northeastern Oklahoma. My mother's spice rack consisted of sugar, salt, and pepper. That was it. Maybe some cinnamon for some special occasion. Kind of bland, but delicious. Well, my Aunt Margaret grew up in her mother's household, not my mother's household, and so she served fried potatoes, and they were different. My mom's were pretty uniform in the width. Aunt Margaret's were more triangles. And I remember looking at them, it's like, that's not right. It's not right. That doesn't look like my mama's potatoes. I took a little bite. It's like, well, it's all right, I guess. But they're not my mom's. Now, it was fine. I will tell you, I'm the only Gott that got out of Oklahoma, except for my great-uncle David, who left in the 1940s. It's a pretty insular community, pretty homogeneous. And I remember when I got to college and I realized that spinach came in another form other than a can. I was like, it was a revelation to me. I developed this deep curiosity about food. I learned Thai food. Oh my God. I was just this voracious discoverer of new foods, and that's who I am till to this day. I love, when I go to different countries, I love to try things and just see what it is. And I've had a few things like, I can't quite go to that one, but not many. Japan was really a stretch. It was lovely. I mean, oh my God, the food was incredible, but a few things were like, I don't know. The sticky fermented soybeans, it just wasn't, I couldn't quite go there. But back to Aunt Margaret's potatoes. I think I was about 4. Maybe 5. And as I've been reflecting on this, there is something in me that recoiled at otherness, at unfamiliarity. Nobody taught me to do that. It was just in me. Something in me said, that's not what I know, it must be bad. And I've been thinking about, where does this come from? Well, I believe that there is this polarity here of, I would say, individuality and conformity. And all of us have to navigate that road in our own way. We have to be true to ourselves, and we have to have a tribe. And if you're going to have a tribe, in some level, on some way, you have to fit to the norms. That's just the way human beings work on this planet. And so I remember that it was... The potatoes were a pretty easy thing to cross over, but there were other norms that I had to face as a child. That's like, I don't think this is me, but I think I have to do this. I remember, and I'm writing this memoir, and it's a process, but I'll just say that I've been exploring a lot of my childhood, and I knew I was different, and I knew that if I didn't act like the other boys, I would be in trouble. I don't know, nobody told me that, I just knew it, and so I did. I conformed, because I knew that I needed these big people to keep me alive. And so something in me knew that I had to conform in order to survive childhood in northeastern Oklahoma. And I did. Ralph Waldo Emerson, in his book, in his essay, Self-Reliance, he says that imitation is suicide. What he means by this is that each one of us is uniquely shaped and crafted by the infinite universe to bring something that must be brought by you or it cannot come. And when we try to conform, we actually create a suicide of sorts. It's a death of the unique creativity of God. So that's one side of this thing. Self-expression is vitally important. And at some point in my life, I was up against this. I couldn't conform anymore. My need to be true about who I am just burst through it all. And my family went into chaos for about 10 years. And we came through it. And we were okay. And I was able to grow into greater and greater freedom of expression. Feeling loved and supported, finding a new tribe. I was singing in a bar in Dallas, Texas, and a New Thought minister came in. Hey, I've been singing a lot lately. Music has been coming back, a lot of invitations, and I was singing a memorial service for one of our members, Tony Nocella, passed away a couple of weeks ago, and I think I sang 6 songs, and Ruth, his wife, asked me to sing My Way. Paul Anka, Frank Sinatra. I've never sung My Way at a memorial before. I killed it. I just individuality. I did it my way. And part of that is true for me. And there is this other thing that must happen. I have to work within society to find out just how much of my way I can do and how much I can't. And this isn't a bad thing. But what I want to leave us with is this idea, not that's the end of the talk, but just this part of it. Conformity is a survival strategy, and it's what we need to do. But we must begin to examine those things. As I was reflecting on this talk today, I want to share this. I like this. I do this a lot. This is Edwin Markham. When we conform, we do this. We draw a circle. I'm a part of this group. They're not, because their potatoes are cut the wrong way. Those people believe the wrong way, they pray the wrong way, they look the wrong way. This is what we do in our tribal mind. We draw circles and we close people out. This is from Edwin Markham. He drew a circle that shut me out. Heretic, rebel, a thing to flout. But love and I had the wit to win. We drew a circle that drew him in. Do you like that? And this is what we seek to do in our tradition called New Thought. That we draw a circle that includes all. As a matter of fact, what we say is there is nothing that has ever occurred outside of the life of God. That we seek to draw a circle so big that even those who have drawn us outside of theirs, we include them in ours. This is what we seek to do in our teaching. I do want to talk just for a moment about, back to my childhood. I'm there a lot right now. The potatoes got me started, but then I was thinking about that fear of other that I had. I saw the grown-ups in my life exhibiting that too, in my family and in my church and in the community. And a lot of it did show up as bigotry and racism. I grew up in a town of 400 people in northeastern Oklahoma. We had 2 Hispanic families. I didn't know they were Hispanic. I thought their names were spelled weird. Why does Casillas have L's in it? I didn't understand that. But they were part of our family. And then a lot of Native Americans. I mean, I'm part of the Cherokee Nation. We have lots of people who are very proud of their Cherokee and their other indigenous heritage. But there were no black people in our town, no Asian people in our town. And I remember my dad, he hated racism. And I didn't know why, particularly racism against black folks. He just hated it. And I think he was probably in reaction against some of the men in his family. My dad was an official. He officiated basketball and baseball and softball in high schools and colleges in that part of the world. And anytime we'd be somewhere and he would see a black coach across the room, he made a beeline for him and he'd hug his neck. And there was something in him that wanted to be a stand against racism. And so in the 70s, when Alex Haley's Roots was on, remember that miniseries? He made us as a family watch it and talk about it. And so he wanted us to know that what black Americans had experienced here was important. And I'm so grateful that he did that. But some of the other people in my family, the adults, were not like that. There's something in the culture, that fear of otherness. I grew up 25 miles from the site of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre. Do you know about this event? The Greenwood area of North Tulsa, it was one of the most prosperous black neighborhoods in the world at the time. And there was, they destroyed the homes of over 25,000 people. The number of people that were killed in that is still uncertain, but hundreds probably. It's a horrible thing, and I was not taught a word about it. I took Oklahoma history 25 miles from where it happened, and nobody said a word about it. It wasn't until the 1990s, in 1997, Oklahoma they had a commission to find the history of this thing that happened and publish it. And so it was determined, a lot of the records were lost, but they believed the instigating factor, there are a couple that might have been, but it was a young black shoeshine boy had went into an elevator in a building across the street from his stand, had permission to go to the colored restroom on the top floor, and there was a white female elevator operator. It turns out they had known each other for a long time. But what happened was, in some way, this is in the police report, that he grabbed her arm and she screamed, and that was the end of it. A lot of the story was that he tripped and tried to grab her arm to say, we don't know. But that was what the official police report said. She grabbed his arm, she screamed, the police came in. They did arrest him, but then the story started. The story started about what had happened. And you all know these stories in the South. He raped her. And the sensationalist Tulsa Tribune, a white newspaper, started publishing those rumors as if they were fact. And people started getting angry. And hundreds of people surrounded the jail, and they moved him to a more secure place. This thing happened. The bigotry and the racism and the otherness began to find energy and fuel. And eventually, They began attacking the black business owners and burning down homes and businesses in Tulsa. The reason I'm telling you that story, I think it's important that the shame of it kept it hidden from me, which was wrong. And just now, I mean, I've only learned about it really in the last 10 years, really what it was about. There is an othering that is happening in our country right now, which I think we know about. Here's one of the ways I hear it. Oh, it's one of the primary ads. Aren't they terrible, the election ads right now? Because everybody's trying to just get outdo the other ones. But liberals hate America. That's what I'm hearing. And MAGA people are Nazis. That's what I'm hearing. None of those things are true. That's not true. But do you find yourself getting captured, outraged by the energy and the messages that are out there? Is it fuel for the fire of greater division in our world? That's what I'm asking us. And what are you doing about it? What am I doing about it? Cindy's workshop today, I love that she's going to give us hope and positive, constructive action we can take. If we are not careful, this leads to violence. This leads to more massacres, more hatred. And just like all of the other things that we've been saying today, I don't want this to be a bummer, but it is to be a reminder that we as spiritual people must rise above the division and speak to wholeness and unity. Jesus of Nazareth embraced the other. His culture was one of incredible purity and isolation. That to be a good, upstanding Jew in his time, you had to follow the dietary laws, you had to follow the sexual purity laws, all of these things. And anybody that didn't do that was goyim. They were the other. They were no good. And Jesus, a rabbi, a respected rabbi, made a point, and it's recorded in all of the Gospels. It's recorded in so many of his sayings. That's not the way this thing works. Particularly women who were a minority, he would elevate them in his stories, in his teachings. There was no other in Jesus. He understood, and he knew that he was being, well, we saw where it ended up, right? The religious institutions of the time hated him because he was challenging the social norms. But he saw beyond the division and the bigotry to the truth that we are all children of God and must be treated as such. And if we are to be followers of Jesus, this is what we must do. Matthew 25, when the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered before him. And he will separate the people from one another as a shepherd separates sheep from goats. Put the sheep on his right and the goats on his left. The king will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you visited me." And the righteous will answer, "Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes, clothe you?" And he said, when did we see you in sick or in prison? And the king will reply, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you did for me." The story goes on to say that those who did not respond, whatever they did not do for the least of them, they did not do. This is a non-dual teaching. Everyone, even those with those political ads that are just driving us crazy, they too are the sons and daughters. They too are the expressions of God's love, and we must find a way to look beneath the surface to reclaim our common humanity and our dignity. How do we get out of this? I'm not sure. Go to Cindy's workshop. I think she's going to heal everything today. Here's what our belonging statement says. We create a spiritual home for all people, knowing that we are one body and that we belong to each other. I think that's a start. the Buddhist monks from Fort Worth, Texas, who made a decision to take a 2,300-mile walk barefoot for peace, to draw attention to this division is not real, to spread messages of peace, compassion, nonviolence, and mindfulness in response to societal anger and suffering. Should we go start walking today, Joanne? Okay. They found something to do that was not against anyone, that was for something. And look at the attention that those beautiful... Did you even know they had Buddhist monks in Fort Worth, Texas? And look what they have done. This is diversity. We live in a religiously diverse country. Thank God. Thank God the Buddhists are here to show us. The Buddhists are being more Christian than Christians are nowadays. That's what we were trying to be about. So, James Weldon Johnson. James Weldon Johnson. Let me tell you a little bit about him. He was born in 1871. His father was a freeborn Virginia man, and his mother came from the Bahamas. They raised him not to accept the limitations placed upon him by society. The story that they told him and his brother John was that you are not who society says you are. So James, he became a successful poet and a Broadway lyricist. He was the first African-American professor at New York University, a diplomat under Teddy Roosevelt to Central America. He served as the U.S. consul in Argentina and Nicaragua. As a poet, he was a part of the famous Harlem Renaissance of the 20s. His mother was an educator and a musician, and she instilled in him and his brother John a great love of music and art. John became a successful composer. As children, they attended the Stanton School. It's a respected elementary school for black children, founded in 1868. And in 1900, they were both alumni at that point. The school was preparing for a visit of Booker T. Washington to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's birthday. And James and John were asked to write a song. Well, James had written a poem the year before called Lift Every Voice and Sing. And he asked his brother to write the music for it. And they sang. 500 children gathered, learned the song, and sang it for Booker T. Washington. He said, shortly afterwards, my brother and I moved away from Jacksonville to New York, and the song passed out of our minds. But the school children in Jacksonville kept singing it. They went off to other schools, and they sang it. Within 20 years, it was being sung all over the South and other parts of the country. Today, this song, originally called the Negro National Anthem, is generally used around the world, particularly in this country. The lines of the song, he said, the lines of this song repay me in elation, almost exquisite anguish every time I hear that song sung by Negro children. We sing it at the end of every service in February. I told you 2 weeks ago about the singing resistance in Minneapolis. This group that they wanted to combat the violence that was happening in their streets by singing. And they would sing together, we are here in our city, and our love for each other will carry us through. That's how we defeat racism and bigotry. Holding to our message of love and unity, by singing songs of peace, by walking for peace, by being a community that is not afraid to talk about our troubled past and celebrate our glorious future and our wonderful gift of diversity. There are quiet and powerful ways that we can be the way that this thing gets healed in our world. Did I get everything in there? We talked about the potatoes, right? Okay, we're good. Thank you for listening. There's sometimes, I'm here to afflict the comfortable, not just comfort the afflicted. But please know that my intention is not to divide us. My intention is to call us to greater unity. Because there is something that we are here to do that is part of the healing of these false ideas in the mind of humanity. So let's pray right now. Just invite you to turn within to this space of oneness, this part of us that knows the truth, that there is no place where God is absent, that the light and the power and the possibility of God exists in all people, including me, including you. And so we can rest in that space of power and potentiality. What wondrous things can come from that space within us and within us as a community. What I know and what I proclaim for this community, Unity of Houston, is that we are committed to being the light of the world as Jesus told us we are. We are committed to continue to find ways that line up with our principles of unity. To be a stand for peace, to be a stand for hope and overcoming. And so in this moment, we stand in celebration of all the gifts that all of the people bring to this community and to our world. We honor our African-American brothers and sisters and the journey of them and their ancestors and the gifts that they bring us. We celebrate the gifts that all people have brought to us. And we are willing to bring our own to be a voice for peace and for change. I'm grateful that it is so. I call it good, and so it is. Amen. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for being in my community. I need you. I do. I would not want to be doing this work alone. But when we do it together, we share the burden. And we also get to share the celebration. If no one has told you today that they love you, I love you. God bless you.
We are a beautiful community, and I'm so inspired by our teachings. Thank you, Reverend Michael. I'm inspired by who you are. I'm inspired by what you're doing in the world and who you are being as human beings together. So from our awareness of the abundance of the infinite, eternal life and love and source of all that is, we give to this community to keep these messages, to keep this vitality, to keep this activity going. So let us hold our gifts in our hearts and in our hands, and together bless them with our prayer. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all the good I am and have, all the good I give and receive, and so it is.
I've walked among the shadows, and I feel the brighter day. I felt the pain of heartbreak, and you washed my tears away. And I've cried prayers to heaven from my lowest place, and I felt the blessings God you give and you take away. No matter where I am, my grace is enough. No matter where I'm standing in your love. From the mountain I will bow my life to the one who sent me there. From the valley I will lift my eyes to the one who sees me there. When I'm standing at the mountain, I didn't get there on my own. When I'm walking through the valley, I know I am not alone. You're God of the hills and valleys, hills and valleys, God of the hills and valleys, and I am not alone. I felt my dreams get broken. In you I hope again. No matter what, I know I'm safe inside your hand. From the mountain I will bow my life to the one who sent me there. From the valley I will lift my eyes to the one who sees me there. When I'm walking through the valley, I didn't get there on my own. When I'm standing at the mountain, I know I am not alone. And you're God of the hills and valleys, God of the hills From the mountain I will bow my life. Yes. From the valley I will lift my eyes. From the mountain I will bow my life to the one who took me there. From the valley I will lift my eyes to the one who sees me there. When I'm standing on the mountain, I didn't get there on my own. When I'm walking through the valley, I know I am not alone. We're not alone. I know that we are not alone. It's God of the hills and valleys, God of the hills, and we are not alone. God of the hills, God of the valleys, God of the hills and valleys, and we are not alone.
Our workshop starts at 12:30 in the Pyramid, and there's some good snacks over there, so we hope to see you at that workshop. Family Fun Day is going on after the service in Wallet Hall. Families of all types come together to share a meal and enjoy a craft. It's a good time of fellowship. Next Saturday is our Black Women's Circle with Esther Nicholson. That's at 1 p.m. in Wallet Hall, and you can register on the website. We accept pet donations next week as part of our animal kinship ministry. Access unityhouston.org for everything that's going on here in our ministry, and prayer partners are down front to pray with you after the service.
So I invite you to stand as you're able as we sing, Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing our song, full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing our song, full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Join me in the words of our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And we proclaim today that God is good.
All the time.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
In a beautiful